He damn near smoked you. We see it on Twitter. It's your boy James. Trust the process. Oh my God. I want to just talk about protecting your peace. And sometimes it's not easy to protect your peace. Sometimes we have to go through those hard times in order to appreciate the good times. Stop being dirty. It's your boy Jims with the Stop Being Dirty, Stop Eating Dirty, Trust the Process, Protect Your Peace. Link in the bio for all the merch. If you watch right now, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button. Like-minded people. Surround yourself with like-minded people. I understand they say things like opposites attract, and maybe they do. But I'm telling you, being around people that have similar goals as you, similar dreams, similar admirations, like-minded people that understand what it is being a parent or having a job or multiple hustles, like-minded people, people who watch out their weight, their health, their fitness, like-minded people. These are going to be the people to best surround yourself with to help you get motivated. If you're around people who are just don't understand what it is to work every day, don't understand what it is to be a parent, so you're not that available, and things of that nature, you're going to find roadblocks with those relationships. Now, I'm not saying not to have them, but overall, try to gravitate yourself towards like-minded people, because a lot of times the people aren't carrying you, like climbing that ladder with you, a lot of times they'll tend to hold you back. Even Daylyt! Oh my God. Now, Daylyt used to rap for gay rights. Never see a day he'll have stage fright. Listen, so I seen this the day after, or maybe the day of, the battle between Anderson, Burroughs, or I'm sorry, man, I don't want to butcher. Anderson, we know him as Anderson, Mr. Anderson. That's who you are. That's your new name. Your name's Mr. Anderson. So Anderson, Drew, listen, at the end of the day, this dude battled Suede, and Daylyt had a very strong derogatory opinion on him. Not more so much the battle, just him as a person. And before I get into what Daylyt has said on that interview, I want to get into the battle itself. Now, first of all, I think the battle was terrible. I don't think dude was that great, but I don't think he was awful. I think he was entertaining. I think he did his thing. I think Suede was garbage. I think it was a terrible Suede. The talking in between the rounds and fake laughing and smoking and just like, I didn't like that, like straight up, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Suede 7, what he's done and what he does at the end of the day, but he needs to know better, especially running a channel, talking about restore order, restore your own order. Like, that's not how we're going to restore any type of order if you don't get your order restored. Because at the end of the day, talking in between rounds, who does that? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that was like crazy how much he was almost having a conversation with dude. And salute to Anderson for being able to hold his composure and not choke or stumble through that much heckling. Like, I didn't like it at all. I think Suede took away from the battle ridiculously. And if you're going to talk about anyone in the battle, you should be talking about Suede in the battle, who wasn't good. See, that it's like you getting so thrown off by like, personal gripes or things of that nature, and you're forgetting the fact that Suede was not good this battle. You know what I'm saying? And don't change the fact that Suede is fire and all that shit. Let's just talk about this battle. People get too much in their emotional bag, and there'll be some comments, oh, Suede would kill you, and that's great. I'm talking about that battle. He sucked. Let's keep it 100. Now, with that being said, Anderson should have looked incredible in that battle because Suede wasn't at his best. And I feel like he still just kind of skated the win. It wasn't like a body, but to me, it was still a clear win. I think he got rounds 2 and 3 easily, and people are debating round 1, but I gave him round 1 also to keep it real. But if you want to debate it, that's fine. I'm not the end-all, be-all. But I'm saying for Daylyt to go on an interview. And mind you, I don't know this dude, never had a conversation with him. I don't even know if we're following each other on social media. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And now you're talking about Daylyt goes on an interview, and now Daylyt, you have to understand, you ain't a nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a star in battle rap. You're known inside and outside of battle rap, whether it's for good shit, bad shit, gang shit, clown shit. You made your name off of a blender of dirtiness and great talent put together and made a Devon smoothie. And so I just feel like, for you to go on an interview and say, we got to get him out of here, we don't need him over here, we not allowing that, like almost making it seem like like you ain't gonna ever battle again, that's on me, that's on everything. Now, you could say Daylyt's trolling, but why would he troll so hard if he don't want to battle with this dude, which I don't think he does? I just feel like he was very adamant in the moment of not liking the fact that URL is such a street-oriented kind of platform, and this Anderson dude is like straight up comedian. Now, I understand, the platform being, a street platform. Maybe he's too jokey. And to be honest, I feel like he is very jokey, and like there's a lane for that. And if you put him in front of like a certain street rapper, they're gonna annihilate this guy. Like, I think he's talented. I think he has bars. I think he's good. I do think he's good. But definitely, like, he's so much on that other side of that comedic role. Like, he hasn't really, like, even his breaking an opponent down is comedy. It's not so much like, whoa, he really hit below the belt. He's like, it's very comedic. Like, because you have the Rones, you have like a lot of dudes who could really like break you down crazy. Like how Rome broke down Big T in their battle. Like had a whole round about what it would be like to be on an airplane with Big T. That was insane. Salute to Big T on his weight loss, by the way. That's my guy. But just to say like something like that, I think, like, yes, do I feel like he'll fit better on a King of the Dot? Definitely. And salute to King of the Dot, because that's what's fire, to have a platform like that. You know what I'm saying? I think this guy, if he plays his role right, he plays his cards right, he could get booked on leagues that'll benefit his talent better than this one. I wrote on Twitter today, people saying they never want to see him again and get that shit out of here. And I don't really understand that so much. Like, why does it have to, you have to understand this shit is theater. Holmesy said it the best versus beat out. Like, this shit is theater. Like, whoever sounds more tough, more believable. I'm not saying people ain't about that and we ain't did this and done that and been around this and been around that. But at the end of the day, if you talented, you talented. If you entertain, you entertaining. Why are you trying to put shit in a box? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do agree. Yes, his talent would be better on another league, but not to say he shouldn't be on this league. I'm talking about to benefit him. He should do this on a King of the Dot. But if he wants to stay here, he has the right to, with the talent to. And at the end of the day, he just won. So it's like the win doesn't count because he doesn't know how to give a dap, and he has workout shirts that look extremely worn. Like, so what if he's probably smells like, just white people armpits. You know how you don't have to be next to him to just know he smells like the shells from an egg roll. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like he does have his own lane, which is dope. I just feel like, in the sense of the nerve of Daylyt, who's done took a shit on stage, who's done twerked on Cali Smooth, who done clapped the event up hypothetically, and just like done all these antics and all these outlandish things to just become known and become more whatever, get attention whore, whatever the case is. It's like, you have some nerve to talk about anybody's style. Respectfully, because Daylyt, I fucks with Daylyt. I've spoken to Daylyt outside of battle rap. I've met Daylyt. We were on the same card in wherever the hell I battled. Loso, I believe he battled Mickey Fax. Like, we chilled. Like, it's all love. At the end of the day, I respect Daylyt, respect his pen, respect his talent. But for him to be so adamant on someone not belonging somewhere, where do you belong? In a cage somewhere, you dirty shitting animal? Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many times has you should have been canceled? How many times did you do things that wasn't appropriate for a smack stage? Like, oh, let's get Daylyt over here. Who's that? Oh, the guy who just twerked in his last battle. That's gangsta in street? You know what I'm saying? Because you have a face tattoo and a Crip flag, that puts you above dudes who make jokes. These are the kind of guys who go up and just and like murder squirrel. Like you have to be a real gangster to be like Anderson and probably murder squirrels and wears like raccoon hoodie skin and like things of that nature. Like he might be gangster in his own way. He might have been like like you take shits on stage. He might have been that kid growing up who like ate shit turds off the floor, like the white ones from Step Brothers. Like he could have had them crazy things about him. Listen, man, it's all fun and games at the end of the day. You know, I'm just being comedic. Salute to Anderson, salute to Daylyt. But at the end of the day, let's not get too crazy on canceling somebody who probably had a dream to be on the stage just like we all did. Probably like really had hopes and dreams to showcase what he feels is his personal talent, which is a talent in his own lane. And why just try to cancel someone because they don't rap like everybody else? Why not we appreciate people who have their own? Does anyone sound like this guy? Does anyone rap like this guy? Maybe we can appreciate that. Maybe he needs to take out less and add more, and he's still a rookie in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit about him except this and maybe one other battle, but his promo is great. And I just feel like, at the end of the day, maybe I'm just feeling like people deserve, more opportunities before they get canceled. Daylight's a big name, a big talent. So once he says something, it could really stick if a lot of people do follow that. But more than likely, the guy's under a contract. You're going to see him for another 2 or 5 years, depending on what he signs. So, deal with him. But as far as my advice to Anderson, if you have like a legend in front of you like Suede 7, you got to kill him, especially when he ain't at his best, because a little better Suede could have made that battle debatable. You weren't great in it. Just step your shit up in a sense of getting more. You have to accommodate the crowd a little bit more. I feel like, you're so jokey. Your aggression comes off a little cringe. But, this is shit you got to deal with. I ain't the end-all be-all guru of battle rap. I had to change my shit a few times to do what I've done. To this day, people still think I'm terrible, but you know what I'm saying? It don't change the fact that I was able to travel the world, make thousands of dollars, $1,000 of merchandise, $1,000 off a lease, $1,000, traveled and just did a bunch of things, fan base and supporters and friends off of this, and people on this channel did it all off of battle rap. So find your lane, stick to it, and do your thing. Other than that, trust the process, protect your peace. We got the podcast coming. I got more blogs for you coming. I'm in my bag again. The corona's gone. I'm back in full blogging mode. So let's do it. We're also going to talk about the calls I've been getting from URL as far as them wanting my comeback. We can get into all that. This week's going to be a great week. I hope it's a great week for you too as well. Trust the process, protect your peace. Stop being dirty.